So guys, SPY has filled the gap. There was a gap to fill at like 388.64. It just filled. It's already bouncing off the gap. We'll see if it can form some sort of floor there. Like I said, this is a level where I'm not interested in buying puts. I would much rather have calls in this situation. But I'm just looking to see how it kind of reacts right now. All right, guys, we have a floor, we have support, and we do have a floor that's forming at the previous closing price. I am keeping an eye on 390 calls just in case I do want to take advantage of that. But so far they are forming a floor, but they're also forming some lower highs at this 388.93. If it can break above 388.93, it's really going to start to have a nice spike. So that's what I would keep an eye on. Now it's back under the previous closing price, so we'll see. Like I said, this is a level where I'm not looking to play puts at. All right, so now they're cracking the level. So the bears are stepping in here and they're trying to take control. We'll see how it reacts. It doesn't matter that they've cracked. They have to turn it into a resistance to remain bearish. See, look at what they're doing now. The bulls are flipping it with a pin here. The bulls are showing up, man. They just flipped that with a pin. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, these 390 calls on SPY, I already have my order filled out. They're on my radar, man. Like, they're holding this. They're forming a floor. All right, guys, I'm going to begin scaling into 390 calls here. I like how this is setting up. We have a lot of support that is forming here. All right, so I'm in on 390 calls, guys. I think this is going to be the play. All right, so the key is we have to form support at this 388.90. We got to form support at this floor right here. So the reason why I decided to buy calls is it filled the gap. It's at key support. It's showing signs of a gap close reversal. You have very bullish trend reversal candlesticks forming exactly at the gap. Every time it went under the gap level, it started to recover and it started to form a floor, solid support with bullish pins. That's the reason why I decided to buy calls. In terms of the max pain is going to be slightly under the previous closing price. See, the bulls keep trying to form this pin. You see this bullish pin that's trying to form at this previous resistance. That's what they need to do here. They need to form that higher support. You need to see this previous top of these candles start to react as support. This bottom needs to react as support, and that's what it's doing. Now it's starting to break out. Calls are currently up 8%. We do have some resistance at this 389.20. So we got some resistance coming in. We're going to need to stay above this 389. We need to stay above this 389 here. I mean, on these pullbacks, the bulls instantly form higher support with a pin. This is very good price action that we're seeing for the bulls so far. Every time it gets slapped down, they push it right back up. So that's very good price action. All right, guys, we're breaking out. Calls are up 10%. All right, I'm looking to scale out. I'm up 10%. I'm going to begin scaling out. 15%, 16%, 18%. All right, guys, I'm scaling out. I'm scaling out more. All right, I'm out of my calls. I'm out of my calls for a 50% win, for a 15% profit return, $1,000 profit. I'm out of my calls there. So there we go. That's the game, man. That's the game. I'm done. That's the game. So like I told you, in terms of the previous closing price in yesterday's video, I told you guys I wasn't interested in this level, especially for puts because it's too low. So the SPY gapped up. It had a nice overreaction to the downside. Once it filled the gap, we had identified that there was a floor. There was a floor here. There was support here. There was support here. There was bullish wicks, right? All confirmations to be buying calls. I bought the calls, 15% profit return. With that being said, I'm going to be calling it personally. That's going to be my main trade for the day using the gap close reversal strategy. That has worked once again. This strategy has not failed me one time this year. Every single time I've used this gap close reversal strategy, it has been a win. All the other losses have been not using the strategy. So with that being said, the gap has filled. SPY has had its reversal. I have no interest in it from here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set my price alert for the next gap that's waiting to fill above. I already got it set. So there's a gap to fill above at 391.49. That's going to be the next potential trade possibly puts. We'll see how it reacts. That's going to be the next potential trade. But just so you know, what you need to be aware of is it is forming higher support. It's micro oversold. It's having a gap close reversal. These are all confirmations to be avoiding puts. You do not want to play puts. It's really going to try to break above that 391.50 later, but we'll see how it reacts. It could be a quick scalping put opportunity, but you cannot risk a lot, man, because you do not want to bet against gap close reversals. If SPY is having a bullish reversal at support at the gap, it's going to try to rock it all day. It's going to try to maintain bullish. That's what it's going to attempt to do. So you do not want to bet against the strategy. We'll see how it reacts at 391.50. But regardless to say, that's going to be my day, guys. So it's a 15% win on call options. With that being said, my next price alert is at 391.49. I have no interest in watching SPY from here until the gaps fill. I took advantage of the trading opportunity and it ended up working out well once again. So if you guys have any questions or any stocks, now would be the time to post that because I'm getting ready to wrap up the live trading stream here.